Hello the internet, welcome back. We finally have the numbers for both SBS and Elegg because they are both getting a nice increase in damage for free. Now, this is this is for 99% of the players. The only people who this is useless for, it's literally the Omega tryhards who were already abusing the book, and then obviously for them it's not an increase or anything, but for everyone else this is good, right? This is something actually good. Now, really important, they only posted this on the Japanese side, on the developers, not for the Japanese side. They didn't post this on the Korean side, they didn't post this on the English side, and then after noticing they posted these changes, they actually removed them and then say, hey, this was published earlier with some errors in the content, so we have made corrections. So we're going to be talking about this buff, but also remember that these could not be final, right? They could still be tweaking numbers to see how much they want to be buffing them or not. That's it. Really important as well for these two characters. The only things that are changing are the numbers themselves for damage. It's not the kids, it's not like an actual change like a treasure or something like that. It's simply higher number or higher damage output, nothing else. What they say is like it's gonna be like around 13% if I remember correctly. If not, please obviously correct me in the comments down below. But that's what you can expect for both SBS and Elegg. Now, for Elegg, does this change anything? I'm gonna be honest, boys, it doesn't change anything. All right, I love Elegg. To this day, one of the most popular characters when she was released. I like her a lot, but it doesn't really change anything for her. Elegg is a character that even with the changes, right, which is going to be basically higher numbers in here, instead of 91% is 158 on her skill 1, and then her burst is going to be increasing from 79% to 316% on her burst. The thing is that even with this buff, which seems pretty big for her, it doesn't really matter. She does not have a good buff. She is not a good B2 character. The only usage Elegg had back in the day was a character we used on Simulation Room when we could not skip Simulation Room. Because nowadays it's pretty nice, right? You just go into Simulation Room and you can just click on skip and you're good to go. But that's new. Well, new, you know, from the last year and a half or whatever. Back in the day, as all heads say, right? As a good Ankh that I am, back in the day, we could not do quick simulation. So we had to clear, and we usually just used instead here, we just used to run Elegg to instantly burst and kill the boss, right? And well, we didn't even have the skip, so we actually had to do everything together, not just the last one. But that's the only usage Elegg really has. Even with this buff, it does not feel like you can really, I don't know. At least for now, we have to wait for a proper treasure for Elegg. She's not a great character at the moment, at least when we compare it with other Burst 2 characters. Like, Burst 2 and Burst 1 are the most competitive spots when it comes to buffers currently in the game, and there are so many good buffers between Crown, Nayuta, Aid, the mates, the idols, specific element buffers or specific team composition buffers like is Arcana, or if you have your Breed, Helm, Aquamarine, Velvet, Grave, even for Pierce or just Fire or overall buffer. And even you know, in T3 there are a lot of them that are still really good, really powerful, like Arcana for the shotgun team, like is the case for Trina for tower mostly, and for something compositions. Even Rosanna and Mary can be used, right? So there is a lot of nice buffers which are B2, same for B1s. It's really hard to compete and to make something that's usable. So this buff doesn't change anything regarding Elegg. I don't think it will change her placement on the tier list. If I remember correctly, at the moment she is actually a T5 character, and I don't think that will change at all when it comes to Elegg. When it comes to Scarlet, however, this is pretty good because Scarlet is a character that since she came out, she's constantly been getting characters that can buff her damage. And even to this day, even with the idols, even with Annie's, SBS keeps benefiting from every single meta support we get into the game, and now she's getting a free buff that everyone can benefit from. So for SBS, at least for now, what they were planning on doing is for the skill 1, increasing this from, you know, basically on all of the hits, so 3 hits, 6 hits, and 9 times you are hitting. It's increasing the damage on all of them, a pretty good percentage too. On her burst skill, it's increasing as well on the charge damage that she is getting, right? which is going to be going from 150 to 169. And then same thing in here, but this doesn't really matter because this is going to be assuming a bunch of different things for the charge speed, but for the damage itself is good. This is a good change that she is getting, and it is an actual nice boost. 150 to 169% for free, and the same thing right here, 750 to 800 something, 565, another 65% for free in there, and a 33% for free on the first 3 hits. That is a huge increase overall for damage you are getting on SBS on a character that is already, by the way, already a T1 character, borderline T0, with how much utility and how widely used she is. Because reminder, this is will always be an overall PvE usage tier list. It's not a who is the strongest or not, right? We don't categorize them like that. Obviously, if you want to categorize them like that, it's fine, but that's how I run my tier list personally. So on a character that's already so good, she's getting more damage for free. Now, this does not change how you build SBS at all. She still has the same build, which is going to be elemental and attack as priority. You want 1 max ammo line capacity, because with Bastion, that is more than enough for her to, never have to worry about reloading. So Bastion, 1 line of max ammo, early attack, and then charge speed. Charge speed, you could be going for a couple lines, you could be going for charge damage instead. It heavily depends on how lucky you get and what you want to be locking or not, obviously. For example, to me, I do want to be re-rolling for an attack line in here, this charge speed. And I have another piece that I wanted to re-roll, I think is the chest. I'm trying, oh yeah, this critical damage has to go. I'm trying to get, keep the charge speed here and put attack in here instead. It takes too many rocks though, so SBS will stay there for a while and we will re-roll her in the future. Bro, my list of characters to re-roll keeps growing. I had to recently actually trim it down because I was like, alright, I need to like actually put less characters. I need to put less characters in here, like characters that I will be using, and be a little bit more realistic as to what I'm doing. I was doing Snow White heavy arms, missing only 2 pieces now for her to be done, and in terms of like good rolls, and there is so many other units. And well, I mean, I'm putting Phantom and Sugar assuming their treasures will be good, which is a lot of copium, but we can cope together. Speaking of treasures, do let me know please in the comments which ones are you guys most excited about. To me personally, it's going to be Sugar and it's going to be Phantom for sure for the backgrounds. They look fantastic. Sugar has always been a good waifu, so I'm happy she's getting some love finally. And then when it comes to Phantom, I can see honestly if they make her a good treasure, also a gacha skin, honestly, or just a normal skin as long as it's pretty good. Phantom has the assets, right? It's just that we cannot really appreciate it with the base outfit. But you can see it even on the new background she's getting. She's really cute, I like her. I'll probably be building her after Sugar and after the summer characters. When it comes to Rosanna, I'm a little bit more skeptic, but at the same time, Moran was also a PvP character with 40 seconds. So, Rosanna could be our new CDR unit, but that's a lot of copium. We'll wait until we get the kids next month, and then we'll talk about it. That's it. That's basically everything for this video regarding the books for both SBS and Elegg. Those are the numbers. Remember that they removed them from the Japanese side, so they could still be tweaking things, but free damage is free damage. That's it. We are live every single day. Link in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, and I'll see you in the next one.